Right folks, today we're going to show you how to put together complete finish and make up an industrial pipe shelf. Now, where can we use such a thing? Well, you could be in the garage, it could be in your living room, it could even be in a utility area, or even better, it could be somewhere where you could really display some funky plants. Now, in my world, you can never have enough shelves, and why not use something that's got a bit of spunk to it to add a bit of extra flavor to your interior or even exterior. The beauty about this industrial shelving unit is that it comes in, wait for it, kit form. Yes, you get the planks, they've already got the holes in them. All you've got to do, treat the planks to the color of your choice and find the best spot to put it up. Our part to play in this is really minimal, but that's where we get to choose and make the color choices that we ultimately want. So with the kit, guys, here it is, some pine shelving. It's really simple, but what you do is you take ordinary pine shelving to another level. So let's go through what you're gonna need for getting this right. We're gonna be needing a sander. Now, of course, you could just use some ordinary sandpaper, but I prefer one of these bad boys. I'm also using a little block sponge sander, and you'll see where that'll come in just now to make life a bit easier. We've got some steel wool, just a flat screwdriver, a little paddle, paintbrush, our choice of sealer, and of course some mineral turpentine. Right, the first step is to get sanding. Now remember, when sanding, always go with the grain of the wood. Use 120 grit so that you're taking it nice and fine and smoothly. Let the sander do the work, get off all the burrs and the sharp edges, and then you're good to go. Right folks, now that they've all been sanded, let's clear the deck, get rid of all the excess sawdust, and get ready for painting. Next step is to apply some mineral turpentine onto a dry cloth and give it a good wipe down. Then allow it to dry for about 10 to 15 minutes. We've got our polyurethane floor sealer here. So all we want to do is use a flat screwdriver, pop this lid off, guys. There we go. And remember, this is an oil base, so it doesn't work if you're going to, you cannot mix this with any mineral turpentine or any thinners. It needs to be used just on its own. So we're going to give it a good stir, and then we're going to add in our stain. So we've chosen the oak stain, and for 500 mils, which is what we've got, we add in half of this quantity. So if you had a liter, you would add in the full bottle. Now the great thing about this is that you can get literally any color that you want and play around with it. That's the joy of it. So here we go, and it goes. Beautiful. And let's just give it a good mix. Right, good mix. And let's get our shelves and start painting. Now, when you're doing this, apply your sealer with the grain of the wood. The beauty about an oil-based product as well is that it really penetrates into the wood. So we're taking a piece of pine, which is quite soft. If it's not treated properly, it does not last long. But with using this oil-based sealer, it's going to last a lifetime and certainly have incredibly good wear. Right guys, first coat is dry and it didn't take that long at all. Now what I want you to do, and please don't miss out on this step, and that's to take some fine steel wool, going with the grain, just give it a little bit of elbow grease, and all this does is it takes off any fine little flecks that might have fallen on here. Once we've done this, we need to then just use some of our mineral turpentine, give it a wipe, dry it off, and then apply the second coat. One of the great advantages and benefits of this polyurethane floor sealer is that it's incredibly tough. It's heat resistant, it's scratch resistant, and very, very tough. Once this is dried, folks, you're going to repeat the steps exactly the same as you did for the first coat, and then apply your final coat, which will be your third. Right guys, it really has been made simple, and thank goodness I didn't have to design this and work out what flange goes where, and that's why we have instructions. So hallelujah for that. Following the instructions, get these guys together. I've got one more shelf to put on, and it really has been made simple because you just got to like twist it on and then tighten it up. So we're just going to get this guy on here. All right, so let's get this guy on. There we go, and see how easy they've made it. Okay, then let's put this guy on, and this guy must always be facing the back because that's how we're going to attach it to the wall. And just swivel it round a bit. There we go. And put this little McGafter on. Ha! And look at that. All we got to do now, pop this baby up. Not much to it. Ha! Well, there we have it, guys. Up, easy, 3 points of contact. That's all it is to get this guy onto the wall. But of course, the last bit that we need is to get some plants on here. Because this has been sealed with an oil-based sealer, guys, whether I'm watering it, whether I'm scratching the top or sliding the pot across, it's not going to damage this. I can water it as well, and it's going to be almost as good as new. So